I want to take a second to have some. Uh, Hold on one second. I'm trying to get situated. Okay, it's better. Okay, so I wanted just to go live real quick, just to ooh answer any questions, have a conversation, all of that stuff. Because somehow I seem to always miss um, the people that have the questions, and I get off here real quick. So usually when I get on, I'm getting on right before one. I have to. I'm getting off of work, or two. I'm tired, so I'm like getting on. I'm gonna show you, then I'm getting off. So I'm trying to just make sure that I'm catching everybody, so I can answer any questions that you may have about a mommy makeover or Lipo 360 and all of that stuff in between. I know somebody asked me a question about snatch body fajas, and it was like, so with the snatch body fajas, why does the stage one why is the stage one more compressed than the stage two? Well, here's the answer. It's not that the stage one is more compressed. It's only because the fabric is thicker, not that it's more compressed. So the fabric that they use for the stage one fajas is thicker. Hey, hey, hey. And I think I remember explaining this in one of the videos before, like trying to explain why, uh, how the stage two fajas are. It's only because the fabric is more thicker than the stage one. So it's not more compressed. The only difference is fabric. And another question was, did I ever get my fajas altered? And the answer is no. I never got them altered because I was scared that it would change the integrity of the faja. So you know how snatch body got the curves, and how like if you hold up a snatch body faja, which I got on one. If you hold up a snatch body faja, it does this curve thing. So it's not like just straight down. It literally has a curve to it. My only thing is, if you take that to a seamstress or someone that's gonna take it in for you, are they gonna take it in with the actual curves, or are they gonna just cut it and then sew it so that you going straight up? I don't know. I didn't like that, so I was like, I'm not gonna. So I never did fool with the whole altering of the faja, because I thought that was I invest too much in those garments to tear them up. So I never did it before. No. Um, Another question I got was, I'm trying to remember. Do I recommend Tributo fajas? Did y'all not see my video? No, they're horrible. Got my nose turning red. No, those garments, I don't know. Hey, hey, hey. I don't know who wears these garments. I know for me, the snatch body garments didn't work right. Like it had my body inflamed. And it's not even that I got it too early or I got a small size. It had my measurements and they just did it. It's just that it's not made for my body. The way that the Tributo Faja is made is just that wasn't for me. Silicone strips, no. I Silicone strips will cause you to keloid and all kind of stuff. I don't recommend. I recommend an African American woman to use silicone strips. Um, I've seen too many people with that tried it and their skin starts to keloid or like bump up. So no, I just chill out with my emu oil and call it good. So no. What else? I'm trying to think back to all the stuff that I was asked because I try to answer much as I possibly can, but ooh, I ain't been the best at it. I've been so busy. Moderna, yes, that's another one. Moderna is good. Moderna is amazing, even for like the elasticity of the skin. So Moderna is off the chain. What else? Have y'all tried bio oil? I heard of bio oil. I never tried it before. Um, Bio oil. They say that these people swear by it. I've never had bio oil before. I'm just interested. I don't want to try anything new. So no. What else someone asked me? Ooh, lymphatic massage therapists. When I was in Chicago, I only used Nurse Kita because I'm originally from Chicago. So when I went back for my first surgery, I stayed with my mom and my family, and so I stayed there. Nurse Kita, which is also an RN, she did my massages for me and my aftercare. Um, but when I went to Dallas, no, not Dallas, when I went to Houston, I didn't use anybody. I just used Mia themselves because I was too scared to try somebody else because, people be falling out. Me and how I was in my state when I was in Houston, now I would have for sure fell out. Like, I'm not being funny, but I would have passed out. Like, hey, 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 there is no way that I could have possibly uh, had somebody do my massages after having lipo360. I don't even understand how women get massages the day of lipo360. Like, how do you do that? How do you go and get started? Like, how y'all don't pass out? So now I'll pass on it. Did y'all know? Um, God, what I was gonna say? It was so important. My cousin told me today something. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Um, my cousin told me something today, and I didn't know this, but I'm gonna research it to see out some more. But Florida has changed their laws on BBLs. Had no idea, but she always put me on the stuff, so I have to go and research it now to kind of find out some more about it to do a whole video on it. But I think they Florida cracked down on how many BBLs doctors can do per day, which is causing disruption in the aesthetic world in Florida. So I don't know, pretty bad. But I'm going to research all of that and get back with y'all. So stay tuned on that. What else? Oh, I'm finally able to get into my stage two. That's what I did the other day. My stage two, and at the bottom, I'm able to get in my. I got my foams on today, but I'm able to get on my third hook, and um, but the bottom I can do two hooks or last hook. Yes, three a day, three. So could you? So get this. Could you imagine how many people are PO'd about that? Imagine all these people booked, right, and got dates, and then those people have paid their deposits, and then poof, you can only do three BBLs a day. Could you imagine how many people are gonna be upset? But I knew it was coming because Florida is one of those states where you can do, you can. It was just sketch. If anything, if you didn't want to follow directions or any regulations, Florida was gonna be the place to be because it's terrible. What else? So, someone asked me about pre-workout or something like that on Instagram. I have not taken pre-workout, not since I've had my surgery, because I'm trying to make sure my body can handle that before I just jump back into it. Um, I don't have a, I can't jump back into the gym right now. Today I feel okay. So last night I had a hard time sleeping Because if you've ever had lipo 360, the stiffness, man, take you out. Like I can't make this stuff up. It's just stresses me out. The stiffness when you wake up, so you're laying here and the whole night, and by the time you get up, everything is just hard and stiff. You can't move. So today I'm okay, but I noticed that some days, like well, today I noticed earlier when I went to stretch or to move my arms, like right here is super tender, but not hard to the touch. Because before I couldn't even touch myself right here, but now I can actually touch and it not hurt. But I can when I stretch, I can't really do too much. How do you get rid? So the stiffness is too much. So I don't too much like that. I still find myself getting up slow though, but I can't tell whether it's the lipo or the mommy makeover because I'm still healing from both. I can't decipher which one I'm like hurting from or stiff from. So when I stand up, I still stand, like this, and I'll still stand and I'll move slow. So here I have my phones on today because it got real. I don't so right here I made funny. So I made funny. So that little net in here. So right here, if I don't put on pads, hold on y'all, I'm getting undressed on camera. This is unprofessional. So when I put my pad if my pads are not on, sorry, right here, I have to make sure that it's down because I have a very small or short torso. But look at my torso. This is my torso. That's it. This is my torso. So where my crease is right here is like right here. And it's just like I have to make sure that I am compressing there just to make sure that I'm not sorry y'all, got my work clothes on still. Um compressing to make sure that I don't get those what you call those things? They're not dog ears. The Dr. Ziakas called them something else. Fat pouches. And I don't want the fat pouches to form. So I kind of just put my foams on it and just make sure that, I don't I don't let it just get out of hand. But now it's time to start like working out. It's time. It's time to start working out slowly, and it's time to start like doing more walking because you know what we can do? We don't realize this, but we can do this. So us that has had surgery while we're recovering, we're eating, right? While we're eating and not moving a whole lot, we're gaining. So if you're not careful, I'm with you. So no, real talk, I am scared with you. The last time I tried to work out. Did I tell you the story? Like I almost passed out on this. I was riding the bike of my husband and I almost passed out. Like it was bad. Um, but what I'm saying, so okay, think about it. If we not working out and we just sitting still and not moving, we're gonna gain weight. So we have to do something. We cannot sit and be stagnant. We have to work out. And right now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what that looks like because my body, I'm still fatigued sometimes. I'm still tired. Have y'all had surgery yet? Like, am I the only one that's still tired? Like, I get so fatigued and so tired. Taking the stairs, yeah, see, I fail at that. I haven't done that yet. At work, we got stairs, but I take the elevator gladly. Like, I'll walk an extra 5 steps to get to the elevator. So you're tired too? Yeah, I'm always tired. And it's like some days I have like a burst of energy, and some days I'm like, ooh, I'm so tired. And so I'll just be moseying on along and just moving slow. And I found that that's just like how my body's acting right now. And everyone that I've talked to, they feel the same way. So mentally, I think I'm in a better place than I was a couple of weeks ago because y'all, I was told up. Um, my shape wasn't coming in. The lipo was I was itching. Uh, I think I was constipated. It was just so much. I was a wreck a couple of weeks ago, but I'm better. This is good. Um, I'm in a better space. Someone sent me a message and was like, "Are you going back?" And I was like, "I mean, no, I can't see what I would possibly go back. I'm not getting BBL, so that's just not gonna happen. So that's just, mm-mm, I'm not going back. We gotta inspire each other and get this done. Like we gotta start working out. I'm not going back. Um, so when I go work out, I'm gonna start targeting. Don't laugh at my chicken arm, because it. First of all, I wanted to pay more for my back and my body. I didn't want to add my arms because that would have took away from my 5 liters that I've got out. But I'm gonna start working on my arms. Did you know if you got lymphatic massages on your arms that help with circulation and you can lose weight? Not preface that the lipo no, the massages don't help you lose weight, but help with the circulation, and it gets the cellulite out. Is what I'm trying to say. So here's what I'm like this right here. Yeah, this is not cool. It moves. Look, like it's just moving. Like why is it moving? That's a problem for me. Like let me stop. So I won't say that because the last time I felt it was a problem for me, I was booked with Mia. So it's not a problem. It's just I have to fix it. I gotta work out. This one is just as bad. Is it too bad? I used to have muscle, but then I don't know what happened. Look at that. The good thing is I can work out. What I was scared of is Dr. Ziaka said if I was to get liposuction because it's been hanging for so long, I will have loose skin. He says best for me to go ahead and work out and do things that bulk my arms up versus so build muscle here and then lose the weight, just slim down. Cause I need to slim down anyway. I don't. I mean, although my shape is fire now, I still need to do something to lose the weight. I don't. I mean, I gotta do something. What is that? You go to the gym and do it? Wait, I have so many questions now. So how's your eating? I will say that since the surgery, my eating has picked up, not bad, but to a point where sometimes I'm not hungry, then I am hungry, then I'll wait. It's on YouTube. Oh well, listen, I'm gonna be on there tonight trying to figure out what that is. Yeah, I have to do something because what we're not gonna do is walk around with a snatch body and my arms, no pun intended, like this. Like that's we not gonna. I have that grandma thing, when you. Oh, thank you. When how when your grandma. I know I'm not grandma, but your grandma. She you had that thing right here. Like I have that. I had muscles at one point. I don't know what happened, but I don't. When I stand, it's this piece. It overlaps, and that bothers me. So that gotta work out. Gotta fix that real quick. What else crazy has been happening? Or good? I think that's it. I did. Somebody reached out about that tribute of Faja, and I just sent that to them. I'm gonna send it to him in the morning because my body doesn't work with it. So yeah, no. Mm-mm. 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 What else? Oh, so there's these spots. I don't want to call them spots, but I found out what they are. So it's I hate to unbutton myself because I really be needing to stay buckled up. So along my body, my torso, wherever the lipo was, there's like little grooves, and that's your body healing. I'm gonna probably take a picture, a still picture, and show you tonight. But it's like little grooves that show up like right here all over the place, and those grooves are just my body healing. But I was told by somebody that like that was fibrosis. Is not fibrosis. It's just my body healing. I got to show you that so you can see what it looks like. So that way you're not thinking you have fibrosis and you really don't have fibrosis. Oh, that's her name. Hold on. Oh man. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Kalia. Kalia. Kalia McCannis. Okay. See, 15 minutes is not hard. See, if you can commit to like, I know back in the day, if you check out my Instagram page, is it Tija's underscore journey? I used to go so hard in the gym. It made no sense. At one point, I was going 2 times a day. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it was 2 times a day. And on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, it was 1 time a day. And I was going doing cardio like crazy, the elliptical. And what I did was 3, 3, and 3. So 30 minutes of cardio, 3 miles, 300 calories burned. And that was my goal every time. 300 calories burned, 3 miles, in 30 minutes. That's it. And when I tell you, when I adopted that and I was eating healthy, like I had the Fit Girls Guide. I mean, look at my page. I had found this program about in 2015. I found I don't have any weights, but I gotta go find some. No, have them below got weights. I'm gonna go there. Uh, I had started my fitness journey in 15, and I was like, I found this uh, program called the Fit Girls Guide. I don't know if anyone is struggling. I don't get a kickback from this, but I don't know if anybody is struggling with like losing weight or eating healthy, but there's a program that was the best $28 I ever spent in my entire life. Seriously. So they gave you the food, they gave you the meal plans, the workouts for every single day. And all you had to do was be part of the community, which was the Fit Girl community. So if you notice my name before was Fit Girl Tija. And on that program, coupled with you working out, I lost 92 pounds. Like I can't even show you because you can't do a picture in a picture on here. But I have receipts. So go to Tisha underscore journey on Instagram and just scroll back. Go to my highlights and you'll see that I was 263 pounds and then I dropped down 96 pounds. So 92 pounds. So I know what to do. I just got to do it. Sometimes we get lazy. Real talk. We get lazy. I know I get lazy. I get complacent, and in my head, I'm like, you know what? I've lost weight before. I can do it again if I want to. The fact of the matter is, that's when you fail because you know what to do. Don't mean you got to do all these things, crazy things, and not stay on track, right? So I have a habit, and I'm gonna keep me honest because y'all don't know me. Keep me honest. So y'all gonna have to help me keep me honest because I'm so good at something. Like I can lose weight quick. Like if I'm dedicated, because losing weight first starts in your mind. When you first want to lose weight, it starts in your mind. And when you want to do it, then you'll do it. Like, but I found myself saying, "Oh, I can eat what I want to eat for about a good 3, 4 months. Oh, I can gain about 10, 15 pounds. I know how to get that off." Then what happens is you pack that on and you don't get it off. You do 10 more and you don't get it off. Next thing you know, it's Mia and May. True story. So the moral of the story is don't be like Tisha. Stay consistent with eating. So this time around, I told myself that when I get healthy and I'm healed, I'm going to not convert my channel into like working out, but I want to teach women and show women how to continue to and just keep up their investment. Do you know how much money we spend on our bodies? Like real talk. Like, do you know like how how much you spend and invest on your body? And that's just the surgery. Like for real. So then you have the aftercare. Like people don't realize the aftercare is so much money, especially if you don't have someone that's affordable. Like I was going to one lady that was like $85 for one massage. Then I found a real person that was good and she just charges 55. I'll take that because she has discounts. You buy 10 massages, you get $10 off each massage. So you get like 10 massages for like 253. That's not bad. I could do that. So you need at least 11 massages after your surgery, per the doctor. Dr. Ziakis told me, and I quote my doctors, I like my doctor. So Dr. Ziakis told me that, and y'all, his bedside manner was so phenomenal. It makes no sense. Like I can't even begin to explain how he wouldn't do my surgery until I asked him questions. He sat in there and he marked me up and he was like, "Well, how you want to look?" And I was like, "Well, can you do right here, then right here, and then when you do the he marked." I said, "Well, can you do this part too?" So when he literally was talking to me and he was dealing with me, he was like, "Yeah, do you have any questions?" And I was like, "No, you answered them all. I'm good." He was like, "You don't have any questions?" And I was like, "No, I don't have any questions." He was like, "Okay, I'm gonna sit here, and we'll just sit together until you can come up with some questions because this is a major surgery." And I'm thinking, well, I don't know what I don't know. So what do you know? So, right. So he was like, "Ask questions," and I was like, "I don't know what to ask you." He was like, "Ask me about the healing process. Ask me about how long it takes. Ask me about the process and how it happens." And he was telling me to ask him all these things, and I was like, "Okay, well, I'm asking you X, Y, and Z." He was answering. Let's just say he was in there for about 45 minutes, and we were just talking. And uh, then he was okay. Now you're ready, and I was like, okay. But what I will say, I didn't like having my post-op, no, my pre-op and surgery in one day. That was mine. That stressed me out. Think about having to go in and they be like, no blood pressure can't be high. And I'm like, but you stressing me out because I'm signing all the paperwork and I have to wait to get my BMI checked. On top of that, now you have to take my blood pressure again because it's too high. So, a true story, I almost got canceled when I was there. I cannot make this up. So, I was working at this place as a training manager, and it was so stressful. It was so stressful. Oh my God, it was so stressful. So, the girl was like, "Oh, your pressure is slightly high." I said, "Yeah, I'm kind of nervous." And she's like, "Well, your pressure's kind of high." I said, "Well, it's not normally high." So I'm took it again. So I sat there and put my feet flat on the ground, and she put the little thing on me, and I'm sitting there trying to be stiff as a board. And she's like, "Think of something fun." And me being like slow was like, "Oh, I started a new job in June or June something. I said I started a new job in June because my old job was doing X, Y, and Z, and I started getting into my old job, telling her what it was, and then it said, "Doot," and it was done. She goes, "Oh no, let's come back." So it was like 135 over 99. That was the first time they did it, and it was like high because anxiety, right? The second time they did it, it was sky high. It was 174 over uh over 101. And she was like, if we cannot get your blood pressure down, we got to cancel you. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? She's like, they only allow you to do it 3 times. Three. 2 times you were high. If you can't get it down this time, you got to cancel your appointment. So I sat there thinking, holy, this is not happening. Okay, let me think. So she left out and was like, go look on your phone or something. I'm not gonna lie to you. Do you know I went on TikTok and looked at cat TikToks? Dude, it was anything I could do to not get canceled. I sat in the office after he left out and she left out. She was like, look at whatever makes you laugh or whatever may be funny. I sat there in the chair, naked in my little pink little thing, and I'm thinking, holy cow, I'm finna get canceled because my job stressed me out. And I was talking about my job. But I went on TikTok and I actually went and looked at TikTok cat videos, cat TikToks. About 30 minutes of my cat TikTok, she came in, didn't say a word. She put the thing on my arm. She took my vitals and was like, we're great. You're good now. You are now 120 over, I think it was like 95 or something like that. She's like, this is great. Now we can, get things started. And I was like, keep in mind, I had my IV already started. They started my IV drip like 3 hours before. It was so stressful. Oh my God. I think back to that day like this is why I probably had anxiety that day. But it all worked out. My anesthesiologist, dope. He was phenomenal. So I'll say this. When I had my surgery at me at Aesthetic Chicago, when I woke up from the anesthesia, I was shaking real bad, like really bad. And when I Googled it, like way back when, it was like that just means that's your body. That means too much anesthesia, or whatever the case may be. And so this time though, when I woke up, I wasn't, I didn't shake. I wasn't cold. I didn't shake. I didn't really do any of those things. Um, Man, I think about it now. I think that I don't know when I think back, my experience waking up and post op was like way different in Chicago than in Houston. Chicago was hell. Oh my gosh. Now that I'm thinking about it, Chicago waking the Dr. Rain was phenomenal. His nurse was phenomenal. When I woke up in Chicago, it was terrible. I was shaking like crazy. I was so very cold. I had the sparrow shot because we weren't finna get. I mean, we weren't gonna do that without that shot. Um, but waking up was hell. Being full transparency, it was terrible. I was cold. I was shaking like crazy, and I remember the pain. I didn't have that in Houston. In Houston, I just woke up and I was talking to and I actually know that I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm coming back now. I'm gonna have triggers. So when I was in Houston and I woke up, me and the nurses, we just started talking like it was like we was like I was okay. Crazy part about it is, I was very coherent. Like I wasn't. Now, granted, I did get cut, and it was invasive for the MMO. But a surgery is a surgery. You get put to sleep. But now that I'm thinking back, waking up in Chicago was kind of terrible. Yeah, I didn't I. This is the first time me talking about it, bringing it back. Um, you can't recall waking up. Oh, I can now. I didn't before, but I can now. Like it. Well, did you check out the? Oh, after my tummy tuck. So Virginia, after my tummy tuck, I actually had Percocet, but they weren't working. Like they weren't working. So Dr. Rain was like, but here's the deal. They've still no, they've stopped giving pain medication to anyone that has not gotten like breast lift or a tummy tuck. Hey, get my purse out my car. Where you going? Okay, get my purse in my car for me. Thank you. Um, Dang, I lost my train of thought. So it was terrible waking up, but I had Percocet. They weren't working. Like the pain, and I had the Aspero shot. And I really believe, had I not had the Aspero shot, I don't know, my pain level is not great. And I'm thinking that if I didn't have that shot, I don't even know how I would have really survived the pain. Because I was in pain with the shot, but everything turned around like on day 3, and I was good. I had given my stepdad a retirement party like 3 days post op. I was hanging up decorations and stuff, so it was really real. Um, but after I told Dr. Rain it wasn't working, he gave me Tylenol threes. They thank you. They gave me Tylenol threes, and they worked. So um, Tylenol threes was the move. But I have so many left, so I don't even know what happened with that. But I wasn't in much pain after my 4th day. Honestly, I didn't need any more pain medication, so I was okay with that. Um, I was so nervous I was so nervous. They had me all the way messed up. Oh, and arnica. So I had me little cocktails going on. I had arnica. I had arnica tablets and arnica tea. I had CBD gummies, the real ones, and CBD oil. I did a video on that on my last. So if you go back on my videos, it was my post-op day 2 video for the MMO back last year. But I had some CB. I went to the smoke shop and I got some gummies. They were phenomenal. I got like 10. Um, you couldn't do it? Well, I definitely could. They were phenomenal. It took the edge off. It took the edge off. So I wasn't. The Percocet had me lucid. Like I can't take Percocet because it had me all messed up. Uh, and any narcotic weighs me down. You would. So this is gonna sound counterintuitive, but the CBD didn't. The CBD got so the CBD drops. I put it in my tongue and let it sit for like 30 seconds. And like within like 15, 20 minutes, it took the pain, it took the edge off to where I didn't really notice that I was sitting straight up with the tummy tuck. Because when I didn't take the CBD, I found myself going like this. So, um, yeah, no, it was bad. Like, I don't know, it was terrible. So, what else? So that's all I took after my makeover. But what I will say, I wish I would have gotten, hear me out, a female urinal. Sitting down, getting up, sitting down, and getting up hurts when you have a tummy tuck, especially the ab repair. You don't know how much you use your abs until you have had an ab repair done. You sneeze, you cough, you breathe, you move the wrong way. Yeah, it's terrible. So I will say this, I wish it's terrible. I wish I would have had a female urinal. They got the little pink ones. You just Amazon, just put it right here, and you just pee stand up and just go where it's supposed to go. That keeps you from being down and up, down and up. I also wish I would have had a walker because that um no, you cannot. And my mom has a cat, and that making me sneeze, and I would try to hold myself, but I knew it was coming, it was gonna hurt, so I just knew it. Um, so what else I say? A walker. With the walker, hear me out. I wish I would have had it, because sitting like this, because you can't sit up, hurt. Like it hurts. So that walker would have had me, you know, it would have had me being able to hold on to something and brace myself versus straining my back trying to, do it. How was your breathing afterwards? Because Lola says, "Oh, let me talk about that." Yeah. So breathing was hard for a long time, and I don't think I ever noticed it before until you just asked me. But shallow breaths is what I had to take shallow breaths. And I think it became normal at some point. This is bad. This is terrible. But I think at some point it it became normal with the like I couldn't do because it was expanding my diaphragm, which is right behind your ab. That wasn't going to happen. So you had to do total breaths. And that exhausted you alone. Like I can remember now that you asked the breathing. So I had to take shallow breaths, um, which also contributed to me having headaches because none of oxygen. Uh, I didn't think about that until just now. Yeah, it was kind of tough breathing. And Lord knows going from the kitchen and into my room or from walking anywhere was like, but I will say this, even now, I find myself having to stop for a second and just go, because I'm winded a little bit. I can't even explain that. All I can say is you don't realize how severe these surgeries are until you literally have to recover from them. So I am not well yet at all. There's still parts of my body that ache. Then those shooting pains that just shoot through every now and again. I hate that. I can be sitting at my desk at work or standing at my desk at work, and all of a sudden it'll just be like it's just like I don't know, it's probably your nerves waking up or it's something, but those pains is like no other. Um, I hate it. It's crazy. Um, yeah, I'm on too. Um, I do. I do. I find myself in my sleep, like when I'm laying down and I'm trying to move, I find myself just going, because I'm trying to move and I'm not comfortable. So I do that now. My husband hates it, but I do that. Um, they didn't last long, Virginia. I had headaches, and how I know they didn't last long was because I sometimes take Nurtec for migraines, and what I had with my tummy tucks were not migraines. So I could very well, and I keep Excedrin migraine in my purse because my migraines be real. Hold on. Yeah, on deck. Um, I don't know the exact time I stopped having the migraines, but what I can assure you is they don't last. Um, it's like one day I woke up and I was still breathing shallow, but headaches were. Uh, what else? Hold on. I'm changing on my earpods. Can y'all tell? Maybe not. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you all go. And Martha, it was nice chatting with you. Virginia, you too. Any questions? Anything I can help with? Any questions? Like, I'm so serious. I'm an open book, and I try to be as discreet, not discreet, as open as possible, because when I was getting these surgeries and I was looking on YouTube for help and I was trying to find people that went through this, nobody was talking about how you constipated, how your sex drive is crazy, how you're emotionally unstable for a minute, how you can't breathe, how you, no one talks about none of this stuff, but it's real. And I think when you have these surgeries, you disrupt all of that. And so for that reason, I try to be as honest as humanly possible, or as forthcoming or transparent, so that way you are fully able to make the best decision you can when it comes to getting these surgeries, because they're putting us to sleep, y'all. Like, we're volunteering to be put to sleep. At least I could do is tell you my experiences with hopes of you making the best decision you can for you and your families, because it's not just us that we impact, it's everybody, like families and all. So we you have I have a civic duty to make sure that I'm at least giving back what I found out, so that y'all can make the best decisions for real, because this is no joke. Like, again, we're paying them to put us to sleep, to perform. My husband said, how do you volunteer to get put to sleep and come home be in pain? And it's just, he's right. It's crazy. It's insane. But you want it for you. And I want it for me. So I just want to make sure that I'm giving y'all the best transparent part of it as possible. Because you'll see the girls, again, that look gorgeous with their outfits on and they all jazzed up. Yeah, but what did you go through? Because you didn't just get off the table and just, be ready. No, it's just you didn't do that. So I just try to make sure that I am as humanly honest as possible. That's all. It's just, I try. Let me catch these chats before it's time. Oh, thank you, Virginia and Martha. Y'all so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey. No, I don't mind asking at all. So I was a little on the heavier side. My BMI was 31.7 when I had my surgery, because I had a multiple surgery. So when you're getting a multiple surgery with Mia, you got to be under 32 for your BMI. I was 31.7. I was five. I am 5'6", and I think at that time I was like 187. Nope, that's not true. That's not true. I was 193. Yep, I'm 5'6", 193, and my BMI was like 90. It was Yeah, it was 91. No, your BMI got to be under 32. It was 31.7. Yeah. So, but he warned me. He was like, "Listen, but I didn't have a wish pick because I knew that I was heavier. I'm not small, so I couldn't go in there and say I want a snatched waist. No, I just need you to just tuck me in and do some stuff so that I look presentable. So, but the good thing is, and per Dr. Ziakis, um, even after your surgeries, the more weight you lose, like your results get even better. So that's why I'm saying it's time to start protecting investment and working out and all of that good stuff. So yeah, my BMI was 31.7. I'm 5'6", and I was like 193, or I could have been 192. But I went on a crazy diet before. I did like the military diet. I oh my gosh, I did the military diet. I did the water diet. No, not water, liquid diet, which you just eat the watermelon and the grits. It was so crazy. I did the craziest stuff, but and I jump rope every day. But I got my BMI down like I was supposed to, so it worked. You're welcome. What? A BMI of 27? What you getting done? That's Wait. What are you now? If you don't mind me asking, that's tough. Are you already like, are you close to that? I struggled getting mine down, and I knew what to do, but I probably was just not, I wasn't disciplined enough. What are you getting done that you need to be at 30? What'd you say you needed to be at again? Because I'm trying to comprehend what you just said. 27? Hats off to you. Yeah. A tummy tuck? Oh my gosh. I mean, honestly, I can understand why, because the smaller you are, the better your results look. But like 27, I'm just saying, dang, 27 is they got me. I that's a very tall order. But if you got 10 more pounds to go, jump rope. When is your surgery? Or is it you got to drop down before he would even book it? Wait, because that just stressed me out. Hold on. So they're not lying. The more weight you lose, the better like your results are gonna be. But dang, 27. I think for me that seems so scary because I've always been heavier, and I've always been in Wonderland, like 100 and something after losing all the weight. I've always been in Wonderland, but not like 170 something. I get like to 180 like plateau, but never have I ever been. So that's why it seemed like a very scary number to me. But I'm just tripping. It ain't scary. You got it. Wait, you going to go to Rain and wait, hold on. Ooh. Tell him. He listens. Like now, Sisto, I got a video on that. We didn't see eye to eye. Like I made my coordinator change from Sisto to Rain, and I didn't pay a dime at all. Like I flipped my lid. Um, they wanted me to pay like $1,000, and I'm not paying you anything, and I'm switching my doctors. And they switched me from Sisto to Rain. They switched me from Dr. Sisto to Rain because I pitched a fit, but I didn't pay a dime either. I got a video on that. Um, I was so mad at him. He was rude. Like it didn't make no sense to be like I was asking him questions, And he was so dismissive for me. But people love him. I just I'm giving you my money and I can't ask you no questions. No, that's not how this works. No. Uh I'm praying for you. You got it. You got 10. If you got 10 pounds to go, you got it. Is you just you're fine. You got it. You went to San Diego. You know, I didn't think about California as being a place that has aesthetic surgery. Oh, did y'all know that they're having a that Mia is getting a location in Dallas, Texas? So they have one in Austin, Houston, and Dallas. But I'm not going back. So I'm just saying they have one in Dallas. They made you reschedule your surgery. Wait, they made you reschedule your surgery because see, but you got it though. I always say it's just God's timing. If nothing should be difficult, like nothing should be difficult. So when you get your BMI, your labs, and all that stuff, when it's smooth sailing, that's what it's meant to be. If it get canceled for any reason, don't force it. Just roll with it, and just let it get. Just change the date, because obviously that's what it's supposed to be. So I don't play about that. Rain, his requirements for lipo 360 or a BBL is 35 BMI. If you're getting like a combo surgery, like a lipo and breast lift, or mommy makeover and breast lift, 32, and not a piece over it. So 32 for a combination surgery. For a BBL 360 is 35. And they do weigh you naked at Chicago and in Texas. They weigh you naked, and they take your height with your back towards the thing. So if they do you, like, if this is the scale and they got the little thing like this, then that's wrong, because it's gonna have you shorter and your BMI gonna be higher. Sorry, higher. You got to have your back turned. So the little thing lay right here, because it got to get your head, and then this is your true being. So when they weigh you and do your height, your back needs to be towards the scale, like looking at the nurse, not with your back turned. Because that's how some girls be like, they lied on me. They got my BMI, my height mixed up. No, the tech that just did your height did it wrong, and so she just messed it up. It was not on purpose. She just didn't know. What else? 5'3". If you go to bmichecker.com, it tell you like real quick what it is. That's what I used. Um, and I kept like snippets of it so they can see that I wasn't making it up. Also, when my primary care physician did my clearance, he put my BMI on there and my height. I had my little paper, my little handwritten paper with me, and was like, "Oh, my doctor said I was like this," and that was just last month. So I always keep documentation as well, just in case they want to get weird. Yeah, no, have them. So whatever your doctor say, I would have my paperwork with me, so they can't be saying that you a different height when you're not, because they don't be knowing. Like, they're just techs, they're just learning and interning. And they really have no idea what they're doing. You're welcome. That's what I'm saying. So my experience with Dr. Rain was very smooth. Now that I recall his waking up situation, yeah, I don't like the way that felt. Now I'm thinking about it. And the anesthesia burned. Wait, why am I recalling all this? The anesthesia burned uh, going in, now that I'm thinking about it. So, so they did it differently in Chicago. They did in Houston. So in Chicago, he had the little thing right here and had the mask on. He's like, okay, well, I'm gonna put this in to deaden the nerve. I'm gonna put this in to put you to sleep or to start the process. So he did it, and it was like in the count of three, and I was like one out, but it was like it burned going in. I remember that now. In Houston, I had my I had my IV right here. And that little tool that they be using, he fed the medicine in from like up there versus right here at the actual point. And when he fed in up there, I didn't feel it as much. He was like, okay, you finna get sleepy. And I was like, okay. So you know me, I'm trying to like fight the system. So I'm feeling kind of drowsy. And when I would get drowsy, I would shake my head to wake up. And finally I was doing my eyes and I was like doing like this. He's like, it's okay. You can't fight it forever. And I was playing with him as like it felt like forever, but it was like 1 second. I was doing it again. I shook my head and I was out, woke up in recovery. So it was kind of like tripped out. Yeah, that's what it was called. That's what he says, cocktail. This one in Houston called it a cocktail. The one in Chicago, I don't know what he called it. He just said, we're going to start the process. And I was like, okay, let's roll with it. So, yeah. What else? I think that's it. I mean, I done told y'all everything. Uh, I still itch like crazy. I'm itching now. If you can tell, I'm rubbing. You're not supposed to scratch your skin. That'll cause stretch marks. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that when you have lipo 360 and you got the lipo itch, and if you scratch your skin with your nails on your actual skin, that will cause stretch marks? It will. So don't do that. Dry brush or, rub. It's okay to rub, you know. Uh, what else? I think that's it. Mm, yeah. Okay. Well, that's it. I have nothing else. Any other questions, y'all? Just send me a message on Instagram or comment here. I am super slow, so I try to answer back as soon as I can, but I try. I try. I try. I swear I try. But I fail miserably, so then there's that. So wait a minute, you use bio oil? I asked that. So okay, I'm gonna try bio. I've never tried bio oil. I heard bio oil and Moderna. I've heard Moderna. I know that one, but bio oil, never had it before. Um, what? Okay, I'm gonna try that. Is it on Amazon or is it like in Walmart? What? Hold on. Your excess. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Miss Smith, I got a story about that. If you can afford, if you're, I'm glad he canceled you because it's better for your health. Um, my iron was at a 13. I was in range. I was good. I had this last surgery, and I think I told you the story already that I was passed out on Walgreens. I was so light, and I just like maybe 2 weeks ago stopped being lightheaded. I made a whole video on it. Something about the massages, and I was just so lightheaded, and like my hemo was all off after the surgery. And did you know flying also causes your hemo to be off? I was all messed up. So, what was that? So, my kids, girls. So, if I would have been told to get a cell saver, I would have just jumped on it. For real. But my numbers were good, so I didn't get a cell saver. But I regret it because the way that I felt after the fact. Um, I felt terrible. Like I was nauseated and passed out in Walgreens. Like I sat on the toilet in Walgreens for 30 minutes trying to gather myself. If I stood up quick, I was nauseous and dizzy. Um, at the airport going home, I was dizzy. When I was flying, I was dizzy. Like it was terrible. So if your iron is low, yeah, get that up first. And then if you can afford, because I didn't, I was like, I can't afford no cell saver. I already paid you all this money. I'm not doing that. If you can spare the extra, I think it's like $500. If you can spare it, just pay it. Um, I don't know. If you can spare it, pay it because it makes a world of difference. I don't know. Uh, ooh, so Target has bio oil. What? Okay, so yeah, if your iron or hemo is like below certain thresholds, yeah, they'll make you sorry y'all, I'm getting kind of tired now, my hair's all over the place. If you if you if your hemo is lower, they will require you to get the cell saver. Or did you know that if you go back for a second lipo 360, a cell saver is required, like you have to get it? There's so much. There's a lot that I've been finding out throughout this entire journey. It's unbelievable, like crazy. Yeah. Um. Okay. Well, I'll let y'all go. But for real, any questions? There's no question that I won't answer. Um. There's just not one. So, and I want to be transparent as possible, like I said before. So, any questions, please, 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 please ask me. I'll be more than happy to ask. Um, Honestly, it's probably easier to ask me on Instagram, um, Teja underscore journey, because what'll happen is I get all these comments and I get lost in the comments and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't keep up with the comments and I lose something. And I be wanting to answer, but I'm so sorry. I suck at answering stuff. So just send me something through Instagram. It's much better. Oh, yeah, have a good night too. Love y'all back. Y'all so cool. All right. All right, have a good night. See y'all.